welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another full day of working as a Firestone tech. Right now we're gonna start the day. We're gonna see how it goes because it doesn't look like it's gonna be a busy day today. I've been here for about an hour, but I figured, you know what, let me show you guys that not every day is gonna be a good day. So the other day, the last full day of working as a Firestone tech, I showed you guys how my day went, but it wasn't a busy day. I don't want to say I got lucky with 3 cars, but I got busy and I made my hours on 3 cars. If you haven't seen it, I'll post it up here on the top right of your screen so you can go watch it. But so far it's a slow day. I got a 20 something Malibu, and all I'm gonna do on this one is reset the tires, because as you know, on Chevys, the tires, if you got a low tire pressure light, it'll let you know if it's a front left, front right, left rear, or left or right rear. So somebody did a tire rotation, they didn't reset the tires, the tire positions, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And then I have another what is this, a Dodge Ram ProMaster 1500 that I have to check the wipers. I don't know what's going on with the wipers, but apparently they don't work, so that should be a good one. And then we'll see what the day brings. But right now it's pretty dead. But I'm gonna take you guys through the day, slow or busy, doesn't matter, we're gonna do it.
Get the first 2 of them with the same.
All right, well, this one is actually here for a TPMS light. We're gonna check it for nails, and if there's something in there we gotta fix, we'll go ahead and fix it, and then we'll reset the tires. But I don't know why it says reset tire positions. We'll go ahead and do it anyway. So let me go ahead and lift it up and we'll check for nails. Well, check the tires out. I didn't see anything wrong with them. These are actually pretty new tires. I'm gonna set the pressures back to normal. Then I'll reset the tire positions and I'll let this one go. Yeah, simple, easy, shipping it. So I set all the tire pressures where they're supposed to be. Now, using this menu button here on the left, I'm gonna hit that menu button. And if you're not on the tires and you wanna scroll right here with this thumb wheel until you get the pressures. And once you get the pressures, you're gonna hold this button right here until you hear a horn. And it says, actually you're not gonna hear a horn. It'll say, are you sure you want to relearn? Yes. And you turn the wheel to yes, and then you hit set. And then you get the tire learning active. So at this point you can go to each tire and release the air pressure. But since I already set them where I want them, I'm gonna hit tire rotation. We're gonna go to Chevy. We're gonna find that Malibu. And this is a 2016. So I'll find Malibu right here on this tool. 2016 right there. And it says inflate all tires. Do what we just did. And now we go to the tires and activate them. So I gotta go to the front left. Hit this little button. And it's stored. And I'll do the same thing for the other ones. So right front. Okay. Beautiful. So everything's relearned. We don't gotta go through this ECU relearn. But on some cars, you're gonna have to hook it up to the DLC and tell the computer that you got new pressures in there and new tire positions. So right here, everything is at 38 right now. And that's one thing I want to talk to you guys about too. So let me back this car out because it's pretty loud in here. And then I'll let you guys know what's going on with the PSIs, why I set them at 38 and not at 35. All right, guys, inside this 2019 Dodge Ram or Ram ProMaster 1500. And concern with this one is that the wipers aren't working. So it is a 2019. So I believe it has warranty at the dealership, but we do have a fleet account with them. So I'm gonna check it out. And if worst comes to worst and we can't find any information on it, like diagrams or anything for the 2019 Ram ProMaster, then I'll just send it to the dealership, send it on its way, and have them figure it out over there. All right, so here it is. I'm gonna turn the key on. Yeah, I'll start it up. And here's our wiper switch. Can you see that? Right there. So let's see, we got So the wiper switch is all the way up. When you pull it, it's supposed to spray the water and the wipers are supposed to wipe. Let me see, can I turn you a little bit more so you can see the windshield? Yeah, there you go. Okay, now that you guys can see the windshield, nothing's happening. Up, down, 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 down. Nada. Turning this knob here, nothing. Up, down. And you guys can see no wiper operation over here, so that's the concern. Let me go get a wiring diagram, then we'll see where we start with this one. Maybe fuses, maybe we'll go straight to the motor, but we're gonna figure it out if we got information available. So let's go do it. All right, guys, I found a wiring diagram for this wiper washer circuit. So I highlighted everything in pink that's part of the circuit. So right here you can see the power distribution center. Right here you can see the front wiper motor. You can see the washer pump. You can see the steering column control module. Over here you can see the body control module. So I highlighted everything in pink, and the ones that are highlighted in that green highlighter color are the fuses. So we can start at the fuses, but if the fuses are good, then we're gonna have to do some more testing. Right now I don't hear the wiper motor activating. I do hear the pump. So here's the diagram, and we just gotta figure this one out. We'll see where to start. I got nothing else right now, so I'm just gonna take you through this diagnostic, and once we find the problem, we'll see if they want to go ahead and fix it, and we'll take it from there. So right now what I'm gonna do, the easiest place to go for me is right here. There's two fuses right there that I can check. I think the wipers motor is pretty accessible under the hood, and we'll see. I might hook up a scanner and see if I can control it bidirectionally, because this is a body control module that controls that wiper motor. So there's a lot of ways we can go, you know. There's more than one way to skin a cat. We'll figure it out, and we'll see where we take it from here. All right, so right now I got the scanner hooked up. I'm gonna let this load up and do a quick diagnostic, and while that's happening, I'm actually gonna go under the hood and I'm gonna go check again this fuse right here, fuse 20-30 amps, because that feeds the relay which powers up the front wiper motor. I can hear the pump activating, okay, and you can see it is spraying. So we could have a bad motor. Maybe the BCM's not sending out a signal, but we'll have to find out right now. First things first, I'm just gonna go check the fuse. Fuse 30-20 amps is pretty easy to get to. That one's pretty easy to get to. Fuse 31, 5 amps. That's inside the body. It's part of the body control module. So let me go under the hood and check this fuse real quick. I'm not worried about this fuse right here. This is the one that powers up the body control module. And since I am getting the front wiper washer pump spraying, then I'm not worried about this, okay? I'm not worried about this fuse. I'm not worried about the wiper, anything like that. But this fuse right here powers up this relay right here. Okay, and that relay is the one that controls the front wiper motor. So let me go under the hood real quick. All right, so we got fuse 20, which is 30 amps. That's right here. All right, so the way that I have this standing up right here is the way that it is on the fuse box. Now, just to give you an idea where the fuse box is at, it's right by the driver's side headlight. I already have my test light hooked up to ground, so when I touch a power, it's gonna light up. Fuse 20 is this one, which is a 30 amp fuse, and it's good, okay? It lights up on this side, and it lights up on this side. So that fuse is good. That powers up one of the wiper relays. I don't know which one it is. I have to get a diagram to see if I have that information in Mitchell. But so far the fuse is good. I can tell already that somebody has already been in here. These wires in here look poked already. So somebody's tried to diagnose it, but they can't figure it out. So now it's up to me. See right here we have a black wire, we have a red wire, and there's some white. What is this? White with blue. Let's go look at the diagram just so we can verify that these go. Yeah, see right here? The wiper motor is up there, so this chingadera right here, that's your wiper motor. The connector's up here, so we can do some easy testing here. Make sure that we're getting good ground, good power, and the controls are coming from the body control module. But right now that I have the scanner hooked up, let's go see what we can see on the scanner. Alright, so on the auto, it's done scanning. There is one fault in the body control module, so let's see what that is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be related to the wipers, so let's see. Read codes. Let me put this up just to be a little bit less noisy up in here. Okay, so there's the code. Okay, it says B102364, and it says front wiper park contact. Signal plausibility failure. Okay, so let's see, under live data, I want to see if the body control module sees anything related to the wipers up in here. So I'm just gonna go through this and see. Here's a wiper delay time. I'm pretty much gonna go through here and pick up everything that's related to wipers, so we have less data to look at. And I'm only concerned about wiper data here, so let me see. Let's see, left, daylights, driver window up and down. So let me just show you that the body control module is working. Look at the driver window up, not active, but if I hold it, it's active. If I go driver window down, active, up, active. Okay, so that's the body control module, and it is working. You can see when I put windows up. All right, everything's working. Okay, so is there anything front wipers, anything else with wipers? Wipers. And I got everything here that's related to wipers. So I'm gonna go over here to the wiper switch, and I'm gonna pull on it to see what happens to the front washer. Active. You guys can see that changes from not active to active. It says front wipers low, active, but nothing's happening here. Okay, so the BCM is sending the command out for these wipers and the washer to activate, but the wipers aren't wiping. The washer is spraying fluid, but the wipers aren't wiping. Now I'm gonna put it down. There we go. Where you see where it says wiper switch, it'll go to auto position intermittent, and then go down again. It says first speed, second speed. Okay, first speed, second speed, that's all we have. So if I push up on the wiper switch, it goes into second speed, which I believe is our high speed, and the front wipers go to active also. So let's see the intermittent. 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, 4. Okay, so the intermittent works. Well, at least it's the body control module sending the signal out. The front wiper park switch is active. So that park switch is active. That, I think that's where our problem is at. So is that supposed to be not active or what? I'm not too familiar with this, and I don't know if I can find any information on it. I found a diagram, but let me go see what else I can find on it. What I can do right now is go over to the chingadera right here. See, this is the wires that I was showing you under the hood. There's a red, black, there's a white, blue, white, black, white, blue. Those 3 wires in the middle, pins 3, 4, and 5, come from the body control module, and they're for the control. Okay, so the red, black comes from this relay, and I gotta see if this relay is actually sending out a power to the wiper motor, so I can pierce this red, black, and I can command the wipers. I don't know if I can do it bi-directional here. Let me go under the hood and check the wiper switch, the wiper motor actually, and see if we're getting our powers and our grounds and our signals and everything we're supposed to down there. So let's go under the hood real quick. All right, look, so I got my piercers there. I got the red one on the power and the black one on ground. So what I'm gonna do is hook up the battery positive right here. So when my test light touches the ground, it's gonna light. Okay, so right here, I'm back probing the ground, so I just gotta check. And I got a good ground right there. You can see that. Now I'm going to switch over to battery ground. I can actually get it from here since I already have a ground in there. So when I have a power, my test light will light. Okay. So I'm going to put this here, and I already have a power there. Okay, you can see the test light lighting. Now I got to figure out why that test light is lighting. If that test light is lighting, that means I got a power and a ground at the motor. That motor should be working right now. All right, guys. So there's not a lot of information for me to properly diagnose this Dodge Ram ProMaster 2019, but I'm still going with it. It only has 11,000 miles, so I'm pretty sure it has warranty from the dealership, but I want to figure it out because it's already here and we got no cars. As you guys can see, that's our shop right now. Look, empty. It's completely empty in the back. There's pretty much no work right now. So what I'm doing right now is manually, so I have ground and I have power at the motor, right? I know that right now. I have a good power and a good ground at the motor. Now there's 3 other wires that I need to check, and those are my signals from the body control module to the wiper motor to activate the wipers, and at low speed, high speed, and on the intermittent you know, speed where it goes and it stops, and it goes and it stops. Okay, so I figured out, I found the wiper fuse, I found the wiper relay, and then in here I found the fuse that powers up the wiper relay at the body control module. So I want to show you which ones they are, so that if you run into this problem and you have no diagrams, you have no information, this is what you check. Also, I'm gonna get my scope. I'm gonna hook up to the 3 wires, the control wires from the body control module to the wiper motor, and I'm gonna see what kind of signals I have there, because I have a power and I have a ground, but those wipers probably won't activate until they receive a command from the body control module. Now if I have my power, my ground, and I have those 3 commands, then I'm gonna call a bad wiper motor. Okay, so let me go under the hood, we'll do some checks. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, so this right here is our body control module. At the top of the body control module, there's a bunch of fuses up here. This one right here, the first one on the top left, that 5 amp fuse, that is the one that is inside well, on the body control module, that sends power to the wiper motor relay. Let me show you on the diagram. Okay, because I have no information, so I'm pretty much just doing this just off of you know, just what I have here. So the 5 amp fuse that's in there is this one right here. This one sends power to this relay, okay, and then the relay has a ground, and then it gets another power from the fuse 20-30 amps, which we already checked. That's good. This power is getting there, that ground is power getting there, and we have power at this front wiper motor. What are you doing, dude? Fucking video, fool?
What the fuck? I need to call the fucking fleet.
Okay, 2 tires and a wiper motor. And I'm gonna command the low speed on right now. So now we got battery voltage on both of those. I'm gonna command low speed right here. Low speed. Okay. So you can see that right there. Low speed goes to a ground. Stop that. And then when I command the high speed, they both go to ground. Beautiful. Okay, so we have a bad wiper motor here, no doubt about it. Okay, so I'm gonna recommend it. We're gonna see if it sells, and if it does, I'll show you guys how to replace it. Shouldn't be too difficult since it's right there. But that's it right there, homies. All right, guys. So there it is. It's let me close that real quick. Keep a little silence here. So yeah, wiring diagram. Other than this, I couldn't find any other information for a 2019 Ram ProMaster, but I did what I could with this. It is a wiper motor. It's a bad wiper motor. So on the wiper motor, you're supposed to have a power, you're supposed to have a ground with the key on or with the car running, and then 3 of those wires are from the body control module, and they are ground controlled from the body control module. So on the low speed and on the high speed, you'll have 12 volts. Once you hit the switch, that switch will send the signal to the body control module. The body control module will then send a ground to either command high speed or command the low speed. And we also did have a code. I think if you go back a little bit, there was a code. It was B10236, which had something to do with the park sensing switch, and that I believe is integrated into the wiper motor. So not sure if they're going to do the wiper motor here or if they're going to send it to the dealership to have it fixed under warranty. I would take it to the dealership. I'm gonna let them know it only has 11,000 miles, and it needs tires because these trucks get loaded. So yeah, fuses are good. I did my power, my ground checks. I did my control signal checks from the body control module to that wiper motor, and everything checks out okay. So I'm calling it a bad wiper motor, just based off the diagram. No information other than that, and yeah, we'll see what else comes in. It's about 11 o'clock right now, and it's a pretty dead day. Nothing but maintenance, you know, just oil changes, rotations, but I'll still give you a walk around of the shop. I'll show you guys what everybody else is doing. You can see the homie Edgar right here. He's doing what is that, a BMW? It's a Volkswagen. So he's working on a Volkswagen. He's doing rotations. Got the Chino over there doing a BMW with I think it's a radiator hose or something. It is what it is. If they sell this wiper motor drop, I think I'll do some good money on it. But the problem is it's a 2019, so I'm pretty sure they're not gonna find any labor for it, any labor lines. So they might even have trouble finding the part, you know. So it all depends on what happens from here. But what else? I had something else. I had that tire TPMS light reset that I showed you. So nothing crazy, but I'll give you a walk around of the shop to show you what's happening. They're fixing some of our hose reels. They've been hanging on the floor for quite a while now, and they're finally getting around to it because now it won't affect the manager's bonus, you know. So that's one reason why they won't spend in the shop, and that's what happens. That's the kind of shit you got to deal with when you're working here. So right now I'm just chilling inside this Ram ProMaster because it's noisy outside, but once they sell it, if they sell it, if it doesn't go to the dealership, then we'll take care of it. But let me give you a walk around, see what everybody else is working on. All right, guys, so while that Ram ProMaster 1500 with the wiper motor issue is being sold, I got another car. This is a let's see, it is a 2006 Toyota Tacoma, and it says on the notes, making noise while making a U-turn in the front end. So it makes noise from the front end while making a U-turn. We're gonna go test drive it. I got a little parking lot where I can make some U-turns safely, and we're gonna see if we hear anything. The truck just got aligned maybe about a week ago. It got a front end alignment, so maybe they left something loose. I don't know, but first things first, verify concern. Let's go drive it. Well, I just went on a little test drive on this Toyota Tacoma, and I don't hear anything. I hear like a little rumbling noise, almost like tire noise. I don't hear any clicking or clunking, and that's what the service writer said. It says here, make kicking noise while making a U-turn in front end. It doesn't specify what kind of noise. It doesn't say if it's clicking, clunking, rattling, thumping, grinding. It says nothing like that. And that's one thing that these guys gotta get good at. And I always tell them, when you guys tell me it's making a noise, you fucking gotta describe it properly. You know, you can't tell me it's making a noise. There's customers that come and say, my car makes a noise when the engine's running. And I say, yeah, that's normal. When your car is running, your fucking engine makes noise. It goes brum, brum, brum. Okay, so don't tell me that your fucking car makes a noise and you can't fucking describe the noise. So that right there, that's one of my, I don't even know what the word, pet peeves? Pet peeves? I don't fucking use that word. That shit just gets at me. You know, it's like, if you're gonna describe a noise, fucking tell me what noise it is. Don't tell me the car makes a noise when turning. What kind of noise? Clunking, thumping, rumbling, humming. I don't fucking know. So right now I went on a test drive. I'm just listening for a noise. I don't know what kind of noise. So I can't verify customer's concern. Customer's not here. This guy said it's a clicking noise. He said it's a clunking noise. I didn't hear it. So what do? I check the suspension steering. I check it out. Everything's good. Do I just ship it on its way? And you know what pisses me off even more is this truck was here, I think a couple days ago, last week, this past Saturday or something, and they did a bunch of work. This guy spent like $1,500. I didn't work on the car. The motherfucker that worked on the car is off today, so I gotta check it out now. Is it something he did? Was the truck like this before? I don't know. He would probably know because he drove it. He should have driven it and before servicing the truck, but
one pathetic sob story later.
It is what it is. You know, sometimes shit like that happens, and it just pisses me off. I can't verify customer's concern. I don't know if the truck was like this or not. I don't know what kind of noise it is. I gotta check it out. I'm gonna check it out. There's nothing else to do. Look at the shop. Look at our shop. Mira. Nothing. Empty, and there's gonna be days like this where you got absolutely nothing to do, so can't flag your hours. We're not hourly, we're on commission, so we have to make some kind of progress here, some kind of money. Yeah, so far I've done nothing. So what do I do when it's dead like this? that's another topic for another video. I got something else coming up for you guys. So right now I'm gonna go to lunch, I'm gonna grab a bite, and then I'll come back and...
Many minutes later.
Hey! Oh, I didn't see you there. Hey, yeah, so look, I'm just going on a little test drive real quick. I didn't hear any clunking or clicking or rattling or anything like they described it. But what I do hear is like a... it sounds like fucking Anuel AA. It sounds like brrr. It's like a rumbling, you know? It's kind of like a flapping brrr, 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 something like that, you know? But it's only when turning. If I'm driving straight, I don't hear anything. I am trying to duplicate it, and I even spoke to the customer. He was here a couple days ago, and one of the other techs did like diff service and a fuel injection service and something else, I don't know. But he said after that, after he got his truck service, it started happening again. I don't know because the other tech is not here, but I gotta take the customer's word for it, because I don't know, you know. Usually when a car comes in for service, every time, you know, not usually, you should go on a fucking test drive and make sure that everything's good with that car, because then you're the last one to touch it. You're the one that's gonna fix it. So right now this customer says this rumbling, this noise, you can even feel it. There it is. You can even feel it, you know. It's like a vibration, and it's when turning. Let me see if I can turn here. But he wants it fixed because he said it wasn't there. Now whether it was or it wasn't, that's not up to me. But I didn't do it right now. Didn't do it. Let me see. Try to turn here slowly. I don't know what to tell you. It's hard to duplicate. I didn't see anything wrong with suspension, steering. I checked the mud flaps to make sure none of them were rubbing on tires. Usually when you have big tires, they rub on the fender wells or on the mud flaps, and it makes that kind of noise. And that's what this sounded like earlier. But shit, I think it's fixed. Cállate, güey. So you guys can see it's a pretty slow day here. Nice and quiet. So this Dodge, this Ram 1500 Pro Master with wipers that don't work, is coming back another day. Oh, I guess I gotta put it back together. Alright, so this 2019 Ram Pro Master is leaving the shop. I think what they're gonna do is take it over to the dealership, and if the dealership does it under warranty, then, you know, good for them, because that's how it should be done. They should have actually gone to the dealership first, and then if not, they should have brought it here. But fleet account, that's how it goes. So they're taking it, and if nothing happens over there, they'll be back, and I'll show you guys how to do a wiper motor. And I actually have a Nissan that I'm servicing right now. Just coolant service, oil change. We're also doing a spark plugs and fuel injection service on that car. I'm almost done with it. I wasn't filming it because nothing crazy, you know. I mean, I should have done like a time lapse, but whatever. I'll show you the plugs on that Nissan Rogue. It's just 4 spark plugs. It's pretty cool. All right, so I'm just gonna get on these plugs real quick. I think this is about the most exciting today is gonna be. So let me just put you here. I'm gonna do 4 spark plugs. We'll button this one up and we'll call it a day. We got the picture. So on these Nissans, this is a socket that you want. It's a 14mm spark plug socket. So I'm gonna take these old ones and throw them away, and I'm gonna install brand new ones from NGK. That's it, homies. That's it. Another day here in the Stone of Fire. A slow day at that. I didn't really do much today. I mean, the Ram Pro Master, they didn't buy anything. The first car I showed you guys in the morning was just tire pressure. The homies at work didn't really have much, so I didn't really want to walk around showing you tires, you know, like, you know, you get your busy days and you get your slow days. One day you'll flag 20 hours, another day you'll fucking flag 5. But I don't know what I flagged. I think this Nissan Rogue or Murano or whatever the fuck it is helped me out at the end. The ProMaster didn't want anything. I had another, had a couple other cars, but I didn't really film them. You know, there's days when I just wasn't feeling it today. To be honest with you guys, I got home like at 1 in the morning yesterday, and I haven't slept. So my mis ganas de grabar, they're just not there, you know. I think I'll continue. I don't know if I'm gonna make this a 1 or 2 day vlog, and that's what happens a lot of the times. I film cars, and if the customers don't buy, then those cars don't make the videos. But I think what I'm gonna do for this vlog, since I did have a slow day, what I'm gonna do right now at the end of the video is I'm gonna show you cars that didn't make the vlogs because customers didn't buy, or maybe some of them did make the vlog, but I didn't film it because it was either 1, I was getting rushed by the motherfucker front, or 2, I didn't feel like filming it. Okay, it is what it is. That's a slow day here at the Stone of Fire. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna park this one, put the windows up, hang up the key, and lock my box and head home. It's about to be 4:30. Stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys. La verga, güey.